All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the February 8th, 2018 Leadership Stand-Up meeting. As usual, each department has 2.5 minutes to say everything. And so without further ado, let's leap straight in. So Chief of Staff, Kristen, you're up.
I don't have very many updates. Just the main thing is that we're getting requests for onboarding. I say this every meeting, but it's super important. Make sure that you use the onboarding form that's linked in Department Chief of Staff to request onboarding once you hire people, so that we can make sure that their information gets moved to the staff list, that they get added to whatever email groups, all that stuff. So that's been kind of a big thing. A lot of the projects we have been a little bit on hold. Eli was traveling and I had to make a very last minute trip to Houston. So no movement on the couple of projects that we were working on, but have been trying to truck through and get caught up on onboarding stuff. If you have put in a request, cleared everything that is assigned to us tonight. If you request something in the future, I'll likely check in with you on a deadline on that. We're hoping for a couple days turn time, but in case something else crazy happens, like me maybe moving to Houston, which is the thing, that we have some guidance around what your timing expectations are. So that's it.
All right. Thank you muchly. Design, you're up.
Hello. So we didn't have a team meet this week because of Superb Owl, but that does not mean our team was productive. Wasn't productive. So continued progress on swag and BB related projects. We are close to finalizing the talent show announcement artwork for release. Heads up to events. We should probably catch up at some point, see where you're at on the form and terms and conditions, and maybe get that thing launched. Lauren and I met with PR and finance to discuss creating merch to be sold at other events, think like table trades. And we also discovered that our 2018 style plush through the new manufacturer can actually have colorful sewn-in tags unique per plush design, which is super cool. We juggled some of the legalese and got those back over to the factory so they can continue production. What's up next on our plate? We're going to keep making awesome, cute things. And we've also been informed by Viper that they have inked their first guest/VIP of the year. Congratulations, team. We'll be starting on those announcement artwork pieces shortly. That's it from design. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys know how to find us.
All right. And with that, events is up. Hi, Justin and Justin's roommate.
That's my younger brother. He's 17. All right, so 2.5 minutes. All right. So finally, after a whole bunch of slacking off, we got the EAP pretty much settled down, and we've got our staff handbook pretty much settled down. So thank you so much, Chibi, for working on that because it's been stressful for me. Continuing through panel submissions and activity submissions, Jenna has created a mock-up schedule so she can try and figure out kind of how many panel slots we have. So thanks to her on that, and trying just so she can figure out how many people to accept. It's like we have been getting a lot of emails from the random people asking for the community stuff. I'm not really sure what to do with that because I don't really think I'm gonna really accept any of those. Yeah. So Neil had a very long phone call with me a few nights ago, talking about possibly getting autograph sessions for our community guests. I am not well versed in autographs at all. I have no idea how it works. So I told Neil that like if we wanted to do something like that, that I would like him to take the reins on it because I am so hopelessly lost with that. I do need a lot of help when it comes to figuring stuff out for community guests. Like I'm not really sure where to even get started on that. So please help me VIPR. What else? Right, design. We do need to get settled down on the talent show stuff. Pui has recently come out from, or she had like tonsil surgery or something, so she's gonna be working on that from now on. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Not too much has been done. It's just again EAP and all of this stuff. So no, that's it for me. Sorry.
No worries. Alrighty. And with that, finance, you're up. Jeff.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, long and short, we've got a couple new hires I'm going to be submitting to onboarding. We're looking into contacting some old staff just to start fleshing out finance room, con store, and art show teams. And we focus primarily on getting the operations procedures for specifically to the finance room in terms of money handling and transactional procedures, as well as accountability, so that we can keep our record of, I think it was like 1/1000th of a percentage discrepancy. We're going to keep that going. We're doing some more operations procedures for art show, con store, just to get them fleshed out and everyone's on the same page, either for the new staff or current staff. And we were working, like they said, with PR team and going around to different conventions, working on the budgets with that. So if you guys do need help with budgeting, either contact myself, TikTok, or anyone else on the finance. We can usually get it straightened out. So when you do finalize your budgets, it'll be, within a pretty good range. And what we're planning on doing coming up is we're just going to continue on the budgets, get everyone straightened out and ready for the year. We want to look at fleshing out our staff fully and making sure everyone's getting onboarded properly, just so we can get it taken care of a little bit earlier than normal. But that's just me, and I'm crazy. And then we're going to just keep putting out finance fires like always.
Alrighty, thank you much. And on to Marketplace, which I do not believe is here at the moment. So Ops, go ahead.
Cool. Ops is keeping it real. We decided to bring back a majority of the old ConOp staffers, chief of staff. That means you are going to have a bunch of stuff filled in for your form. I forgot about that. Don't worry, I will take care of it. The big sheet that I had everybody take a look over that I wrote for the BCC has been sent to the BCC. I haven't heard too much from them. Viper, we are going to go ahead and do your 10 to 12 rooms in the Hilton sometime, probably in the next week. I'm going to work on the skeleton for the hotel staff assignment stuff to get chief of staff all kicked off, and I will make sure to block those off on it. And what else? I am finalizing some stuff for the BronyCon stuff. Sheva is a little indecisive on the date that she wants it because of her flight costs. So it is not 100% finalized, but should be soon. Expect being there for a day and doing a site visit for one of those days. Outside of that, the only thing that's really important to mention is if you guys have any logistics stuff or stuff with the with your inventories that you have questions about, Jeff and I want to explicitly let you guys know that for the time being, because we're kind of handling some stuff, if you can directly reach out to Cheney, that's at CyberSenchi, maybe via DM or something, that would be super helpful to us while we sort out some things. Last but not least, finance. Thanks for letting us know about the budget changes. Ren did say that he had some suggestions for the 10 to 20K cut that we needed to do. I'm still going to try to reach out to him to hear out what they are. And hopefully we can get it squared away soon. And that will do her.
Alrighty, thank you. Photography, go ahead.
Woohoo. Our big thing that we've been focusing on still is just hiring. Pretty much the same as the last meeting. We still got a couple more people that were interested over the past week or two. We should have about 4 people onboarded over the past week. We sent that information up. Once those peeps get in, we're gonna do kind of some internal training ahead of time, get people up to speed on how we're going to handle doing photography. Some of the people we got hired are also into video, so we're going to start pushing, I guess you could say, storyboarding ideas on what we're going to do for B-roll footage, advertising, and the like. Outside of that, I don't have too much more planned at the moment. And the personal side of things, I got a big move coming up. I'm going to be moving out of state, so I'm going to be pushing a lot of operations onto Snapshot for approximately the next 2 weeks ish. So I'll be getting him up to speed on what we need to do next. Thinking thing. I did get information forwarded to finance about our budget needs, itemizing lists and such. So finally got that taken care of. Outside of that, though, I do not have anything else.
Ready? And with that, PR, you're up.
Yay. Okay, so PR has been kind of going a bit slow. I've been personally working on a big project for my college, but besides that, we've been kind of in a lull. Technically, I'm in the process of onboarding 5 people. Chief of Staff will be helping me with that. I've technically onboarded Kibby to PR. Thanks, design. I'm going to enjoy stealing more of your people soon and basically just upsurfing you. After that, PR has been dealing with the situations that have been going on. We have statements and other things ready, and we have a future contingency plan ready for certain unpleasant stipulations, which I'm sure you all know about and don't need to be talked about. After that, PR is going to be having PR had the meeting with finance and design to discuss possible merch for future cons. I need to talk to finance about my budget in particular. My budget's been submitted. I just need to know where finance wants to trim the fat and what they want to do about profits and stuff like that. Before I make a final decision on what new items to make, I need to talk to TikTok so he can basically say, this is what the best course of action is. I've had the meeting, but TikTok's the one who's going to totally approve the budget. Next Tuesday, I don't have the date, but Tuesday it's coming up, me and Sarah Hovath, marketing, will be having a phone meeting with Bowie Bay Sox about a possible second-year relationship. We would like it if it was possible for one of the chairs to join in. If possible, it should be around 1:30-ish. If that's possible, if it's not possible, it's fine. But I think that we should have a chair just there to introduce themselves and say hi. I think that's it. If I remember anything else, I'll put it in the notes. But yeah, yes.
All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, so registration is dealing with some IRL chaos at the moment, but since they've added their notes, I'm just going to quick note them off. Since last time, they've got staff meetings that they're scheduling. We've told Boomset that we're not going to be signing with them. They've updated their budget to reflect prices for various perks. They're currently working on reg hours of operation and also have passed along their EAP to security and Dove. Coming soon, staff meetings, further interviews, and apparently a lot of tears. Question mark. All right, and so that's Reg. Secretary, you're up.
Ooh, all right, I think I'm ready for this. Okay, so I posted the message count summary before the meeting this time, but you don't have to read it. I haven't even looked at it yet. So I'm going to skip to the current business a little bit first. One of the big things that just happened is that the information security policy is now in force, that thing that I've been mentioning a few times before. We're not going to be doing the first audit for at least a little while here, but now there's a team that you can talk or you can ask about permissions, whether information exists for your job and so forth. The whole goal of it is to streamline collaboration, and so we're setting up to help with that. There's a link in announcements, so you can go ahead and look in the Slack channel. Moving back to the previous business for a second, we had a little bit of an issue over the last couple days in which we had a BP video upload to YouTube leak before the official PR media push. After a lot of research, I believe that could be traced back to an unlisted video put into a public playlist, which shows up. I don't want to fault anyone for that, and I just want to take a little moment soapbox and say we shouldn't have assumed it was anyone's malicious intent to begin with. So mistakes happen. I think that was one of them. Hopefully that's all right and all settled now. I believe the videos have been officially released as of that very night. Let's see, one topic that was moved to chairs. Also regarding something that was written about 4 weeks ago, I have officially suspended work on the Discord bot. Haven't really taken too much interest in continuing that project. I've been looking at Discord occasionally. But if anyone wants me to continue it, just poke me in some way and I'll resume it. I'm going to probably release the code for it soon. It's just Python, as long as I get Alabaster's blessing, since he's the one who originally made it and licensed it. And I think that concludes my update.
Alrighty, thank you. And with that, security. So Eve, go ahead.
Hi, I haven't been here in a while. Security has been rotating for our managers, so you guys can get familiar with all of their lovely, pretty faces. Let's see, we are trucking on as we normally do around this time of year, working through hiring and training. We're about to begin our training phase of our lives. So we will be sending onboarding stuff to our lovely chief of staff as that comes up. We're getting interviews going. Other than that, thank you for sending me your EAPs. I got a couple more over the last couple of weeks. If you are still missing yours, please send it to me. I will send out names if I can go double check that there are any missing names. So we'll be going through those over the next couple of weeks and letting you know if there are any comments or questions, which we'll just leave on your Google Drive documents. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot for security. So.
No worries. Alrighty, with that, we'll move on to Viper. So Andrea, you're up.
Cool. Well, other people have already spilled the beans, but we signed our first VIP guest. Woo! And we have quite a bit of momentum with regards to all of the other guests that we're now, which is good. We also interviewed some people, and that's basically been kind of our last little bit, and some other kind of smaller projects. With regards to things that are upcoming, contracts, it's contract land in Viper right now. We're also just planning food for our guests in our green rooms, continuing to hire people, continuing to build our training and see what that'll look like this year, and helping events with community guest stuff and helping out any other teams that need some Viper input in things, but it's smooth sailing.
Cool. Anything else? I'm going to guess no then. So, all right, with that chair update, which is, where the heck did I just put this? Here we go. So what have we been up to? We've been working on the InfoSec policy, like security mentioned, working with ops on the hotel and BronyCon everything. There's been some talk with Lunar Solace about cultural, like, everything with the convention and how we want to go about that, sort of creating a positive atmosphere that excites everybody. There's been some momentum on trying to like create some around the Baltimore area live in-person staff meetups on a semi-regular basis. The official point of contact for that is Graham, so or poke Grisses if you've got any questions or comments. There's been some, chatter about everything, Discord, and then like previously mentioned, we're working with Josh to try and narrow down final dates for BronyCon. Other than that, upcoming, and this applies to department heads primarily, once I figure out how to send these invites, we want to just like do a quick like, hey, how's everyone doing? How's life? What cool things are going on with all of you? So look for that soon, as soon as I figure out how to send it to all of you, because I'm bad at Google. And yeah, that's about it for the immediate concerns. So does anyone else have any last minute business that they forgot that they need to bring up right now? Cool. Alrighty then.
No, sorry, I actually had something. I raised my hand.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want to talk about our like convention stance on Team Critic, since I'm sure people have gotten responses.
Yeah, so that's I would put that as, we have what we're doing with that, I think, settled down with you guys, and it's more a case of what venue we want to.
Okay, I was just, in case other people are getting questions, please feel free to come to myself or PR or the chairs.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. If you've got queries there that that affects you and you need an answer, come to one of the above.
Yeah.
Or if you're getting questions from other people who know you and know that you're like involved with the convention.
Shit.
That's all I wanted to add to that.
Yeah, cool. That works. I was just
Cool.
like, I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah,
this,
no, I
and
just want to be like.
Yep, gotcha.
Whatever. Same page.
All right. Any
Cool.
other hand raises that anyone wants to throw out? Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for coming, everybody, and broadcast. Thank you for all of you who are watching. We'll see you all in 2 weeks for the next one of these. And broadcast is